Hello.
Alright.
At one point, I think that one of our titles should be "We're doing it live." That's it.
That would probably have been a better one than I put.
Did you write the little thingy?
Not yet.
Okay.
Alright, and volume's good on the stream, so.
On the bright side, no one can say that we actually we script our D&D sessions like they tried to do with Critical Role.
That would be so difficult.
Oh my god, dude, that's so
You
much
have to
work.
put in so much work.
Yeah, seriously, like, can you imagine the amount of dialogue that's in like 3 hours?
And rehearsing all
I
that.
honestly,
Yeah, no.
God, can't believe that people think that CR is scripted at all. But if you look
Yeah.
at any of our episodes, there's no fucking way, yo. That's you can't even know.
Impossible.
Okay, you're gonna interrupt Ant at this moment.
I'm sorry, what?
You're gonna lag and then talk over everyone. Just give me a minute.
And then talk everyone.
Oh my
that was
God.
good. And then talk over everyone. Yeah. Just,
Just the
Alright, so
interruptions
you talk
alone.
once
Suddenly
and then
jump in the
Lyslin,
hole.
say something jokey.
that was great because 3 of us did talk over each other at once.
Yeah, it was perfectly on brand. And
That was
as you
great.
can tell,
We don't even have to
it is
rehearse
scripted.
that.
It was scripted. It is
100%.
confirmed.
We knew exactly what to say just then.
That's what I do with my whole week. I don't have a job. I just script these episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best one is Kale and Shioran's conversation.
I just, tell the DM what to do. I script everything. Everything is pre-planned.
Hold on, Sari hasn't done anything recently. I need to double check that on stream.
You know, if the two of you are trying to make it so that you two aren't, like, seen as a couple, you're doing a terrible job of it.
Like, legit.
Hey, affection doesn't always have to mean romance.
I'm sorry. I am just so fucking excited for Halloween costumes now. Like, I love this.
I might
Do you
have
think we
to
should
show
get-
up at a Megamind and then switch midstream to the second one.
Yo, what if we did like one half of the stream and then just all after break turned up like the second one? Hilarious.
My dentist is gonna be so disappointed that I'm not dressing up as Megamind. I already told her all about it.
Well, I mean, they're basically the same thing. You could do the same thing as like what we were saying, but then like do like part Megamind, because then it looks basically.
I mix them together. It's like a fanfic.
We just do the original one as different Halloween characters.
Hopefully that fixed that.
We dress as them, dressing as them, as someone else.
Yeah. Yep. That's hilarious.
Sorry, I got distracted with that Sari thing. I still have to do the alerts, notifications, whatever.
Don't mind me, I'm just cheesing my popcorn over here. I'm not doing anything nefarious, I promise.
Cheesing your popcorn?
Oh, Aunt, I have a question.
What's up?
If I turn off my camera for the second half of the stream, how much will that mess everything up? A lot?
I just have to move things around. Move the cameras around. I've done that on stream before.
Alright.
We're getting close to session 20.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you've already scripted it?
I'm really far into scripting. I'm actually up to episode 30. So I had last week off.
Oh,
I had to
that's
get some
good.
work done.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you get to work in my, that one scene with the stripper pole?
It's 21.
Okay,
I have
good,
an
good.
image of Lyslin trying to figure
We
out.
need to
what
get a
the
couple of
fault
those
was.
drafts to the editor, you know?
If you have any extra ideas, I can work them in, but
I'm willing to method act, but it's gonna take a little bit of time.
See, now I'm just picturing Lyslin on a stripper pole.
he can climb, so you could do it.
Yeah, but thankfully horses are not like cows, are they? Where they they can climb up, but they can't climb down.
No, horses are much better about that than cows.
Cause I know cows, if you put them upstairs, they can't climb downstairs.
No, they cannot.
You know how senior pranks happen? Do they have them there?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so high school senior pranks. I am in high school, and I wasn't a senior. I was like a couple of years lower. But they put a cow in the staff room, which is upstairs, and they had to like literally cut a hole in the side of the building to get this cow out. They couldn't get it down the stairs.
Okay, I gotta ask, whose cow
You
did they
couldn't like
take?
slide it down?
Dude, I live in New Zealand. Whose cow did they take? It was probably just in the paddocks, like literally 10 minutes away.
I loved that joke from that video the other day. It's like New Zealand, where like the people, it's like Times Square, but the people are sheep, and all the
Sheep.
electronic screens are sheep.
That was a good one. I'm afraid of cows, which is very unfortunate for me. I live in Texas.
Yeah.
Plus, my
Wait,
dad used to
hold
own a
on,
bunch of
afraid
cows.
Cows?
And one used to live in my backyard. And it learned how to open our back door to get in the house.
What are you scared
Okay,
of
well,
it?
facing an intelligent cow, I can understand developing a fear of one,
I
but like,
was scared of it before that though. Because we had it since it was a baby, because like mom died. But once it got older, it learned how to get into the house. But I was terrified of I would have to like run through the sunroom and like sprint to get past it because it couldn't fit through the hallway.
I'm just wondering now, how did this fear come about? Please, let me
I don't
psychoanalyze
know.
this.
I straight up don't know because I used to go out all the time. Again, my dad owned a bunch of cows when I was young. We'd go out and feed them. And I would always like stand in the middle of the truck like this because they have super long, like gross tongues. And they were all very friendly and they would try to lick you. And I would just be in the middle of the truck like, no, please don't touch me.
Yeah, cows are
I wasn't
basically
allowed to
just
stay in
dogs
the
that weigh
truck.
like, 900 pounds. Come on.
I know. They're nice, but I'm terrified of them.
My mother is terrified of
Which
horses.
is fair, people
which
are
I
afraid
can
of
kind
dogs for the same
understand.
reason.
But I don't know
Oh,
why
I'm
I'm afraid of
afraid
them.
the
I've
fuck
never
outta
been harmed
dogs.
by a cow. Like, I've never seen anything bad happen with a cow. I see them literally all the time. If I drive 10 minutes from my house, I see cows. Like,
My brother is
Who
also
knows?
afraid of horses, so
I'm not afraid of horses, though. And I feel like horses should be more scary because I've been bucked off a horse. One time I saw a horse take off with my sister on it, and nobody else was on a horse, so we had to chase it down by foot. Like, and she was really little at the time. Didn't know how to control a horse. I feel like I should be afraid of horses.
commend
But
her
I'm
for
not.
hanging on.
Yeah. It was she hung on. I got bucked off on gravel. It hurt like hell. I'm not afraid of horses.
You know that show Impractical Joke?
Mm-mm.
It's like the show of like 3 guys that like absolutely fuck with each other and like other people, and is hilarious.
Heard of
And
it, yeah.
one of the guys is afraid of cats, and so they put him in like this thing and like tied him up, and like there was cats, and they just was like crawling all over him, and he's absolutely fucking losing his shit, terrified at these cats. And I'm like, I don't mean to like put down anybody's fears or nothing, but it was fucking hilarious, man. Like, oh my god, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah,
They
I
weren't
like
even,
those
like,
guys because, like,
kittens, bro.
even though
They
they're
put
like a hidden
kittens
camera
on
show, they don't bring other people into like the super zany bullshit. They mostly focus it on like each other, which is good.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna fuck with people's phobias.
Yeah.
The senior prank that I remember, I don't think it was ours, but it was someone. But they brought in 8 big trash cans full of golf balls and released them into the school common room.
Oh man,
That's a classic.
A lot of golf balls.
It was a lot of golf balls, and anyone who tried to grab one got yelled at by the security guards. I got one though.
I feel like your senior pranks were really tame, because one of our other ones, we had 2 years where there was the same sort of thing but different methods used. One year they burnt a penis in the field, the front field, just the
That
shape.
sounds gruesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And the next year they must have used some sort of like weed killer or grass killer or something and drew one. So, and these were so big that you couldn't really see it until you went up to the 2nd story of the school. And it was so funny. Somewhere I have a picture of one of them.
High school.
Alright, I'm
Such a
done
long
with all
time
the
ago.
notifications. Ugh. I wish there was a proc to let me know if Seribot was doing its stuff. I had to reset it because it's not even in. It's not even in chat. What the heck? We had to reset it because of the whole Twitch going down thing. Apparently that affected its presence in the channel for some reason. Either way, I'm done with everything I need to do.
All right. Is everyone ready to go?
We'll be ready shortly.
Let me know when you're gonna do the recap thing.
Okay. I was just waiting for Nug since he said he was ready shortly.
I'm ready.
Okay.
You start.
Alright. Got up.
All right. So last session was a lot of role playing, and you guys, after talking with Sister Christiana and deciding where to go next, you guys decided to move along your way towards the lower areas of. Why am I blanking on the name? I
Dura.
apologize. Dura. Yes, knew it started with a D. Lower parts of Dura to investigate into the a casino there that Merrick had discovered after talking to a couple of people that had lost their house there on a bet. Well, the husband lost the house on the bet. And that apparently he's not the only one that's been swindled by whoever owns this place. Along the way, you guys ended up going to a pet shop and talking to a number of the pets through magical druid and ranger means, and we now have Tinkles the cat, Opal the Raven, Shade the Raven, Becky the Raven, Ansley the dog, and General Tad the owl.
These are some unique names.
Becky the Raven is a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Even better, Becky's a boy.
Hey, Becky is a boy.
Becky, look at that butt. It's like so big. That's all I can think of whenever I hear Becky.
We should change his name to Quaff.
That is your DM pulling names out of his butt when you guys improvising where you're going. Oh wait, sorry, we're scripted. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
No, I made those names up very specifically beforehand. I have named every animal in this world.
We
That's
organized
what you
over
should.
for a
3 of
long
us talked to
time.
them.
You guys then moved on to find someone named Eddie the Bookie, who had apparently been the contact for this person, and he led you through information and being sleazy to the Ruby Curtain, which is the name of the casino that has been built up there. And so you guys know where you're going. And V has become infatuated with the very tall bartender at the Sinking Mug, Talia, and has asked about getting some food afterwards. And she rolled pretty high in her persuasion. So then you guys have left there, collected Lysolin and everything, and then moved on your way, and you went to the Ruby Curtain. And you guys decided to leave Lysolin outside with all of the pets, I think was the idea.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, we also have some other something else that happened before that was kind of happening in conjunction with last session, which is to get to. Tori wasn't here last week. Aere has gone on a bit of a mission of her own to try to seek out Rogar, the leader of the Memphis Brawlers. She had an interesting...
You killed us.
Yeah, had an interesting conversation with a homeless dwarf, and after getting him some ore and doing a little bit of trading there, he agreed to hand off this letter that Aere had wrote to Rogar. After that, I assume you went to the place, and
Yes.
okay.
I would have, since it wasn't like the time that I had specified in the letter, probably would have hung around until then.
That's fine.
Chilling.
So you head off to this area, and when you get there, it is a very nice-looking restaurant. It seems to have been here for a while, and you see people coming in and out. No one in like raggedy clothing, but no one in like necessarily like super fancy clothing either. And as it's because you specified closer to the evening, correct? So there's lights on above the building that kind of give this soft, kind of cozy glow to it. You can see the interior is slightly dim. People sitting around tables, talking, eating, and what would you like to do?
I will go in and request a table for 2.
You step inside, and there currently the booth where kind of a person would be normally waiting on people is empty at the moment. But if you sit there for a few minutes, a green-haired woman actually shows up, but she is in very formal attire, and she kind of walks in, not really noticing you at first, but then once she gets to the area and behind like the desk, she starts like writing down some stuff, and as she looks down, she notices you below the desk. She's, excuse me, what can I help you with?
Yeah, I needed a table for 2.
Table for 2. Do you have a reservation?
No.
Okay, I can see what we have available. Do you have a name?
Yeah, it's Aere.
Aere. Wonderful. And you see her write something down. It says, if you want to wait here for a moment, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, no problem.
She walks off. You're just gonna wait?
Yeah. I'm also going to specify I'm no longer cloaked. I am meeting the man who's looking for me anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I'm not being very discreet currently.
So you wait for there. It's probably a good 5 minutes or so before she comes back and says, "We have an opening. It is a smaller table in the corner, if that's okay with you.
That's totally fine.
Please follow me." And
Thank
you
you.
follow her through, and as you're going through, you get wafts of different smells from different kinds of meals. You can hear sizzling plates, and you hear the clinking and scratching of cutlery on plates. You see a number of people of all different ethnicities and races talking and discussing. There's a table over to the right that's a large group of about 8 people that are currently seem to be celebrating something. They all look pretty happy. As you walk by, there's one couple where the man is reaching across the table, but then the woman pulls her hand away with this really kind of disgruntled look on her face. You pass by and you don't get much more past that. And she eventually leads you to your table, and it's a nice high table for you, but nice white lace cloth on it, and it's got a centerpiece in it that has a few of these red kind of flowers that match the interior of the building itself, where a lot of the walls are this dark kind of auburn color. And she pulls up the seat for you and hands down a menu and hands one to the other side of the table. It says, "Can I get you started with anything?"
Okay, what about what time is it?
Let's see here. It's probably just before 8 o'clock.
Okay. So do you guys have or do you have a favorite wine here? Because I have heard really good things about this place.
We have a number of different wines. Yes, anything of taste, or I can get you a menu for that specifically.
I'm asking for your favorite. Do you have one
My favorite?
for your recommendation?
Well, we do have a new vintage, and I can bring it to you if you'd like.
Sounds good to me.
And those other guests you're waiting on, what should we be looking for?
He's a red dragon man, Dragnborn-ish.
Oh, well, I don't think he'll be easy to miss.
No, you should see it right away.
Understood. And she nods her head and walks off. And you kind of sit there looking around. You can see other people having their conversations, having their dinner. And it looks like a nice place. You look down at the menu, and it shows a number of different meals of different types and everything. And you look at the prices, and you can definitely tell this place is a little fancier, as most of the meals probably are hitting the close to 8 to 9 silver, with some of the more expensive stuff even hitting the gold mark.
All right.
Anything you'd like to do besides just wait?
No, just wait. I guess I'll pick out what I want to eat from the menu, but I won't order anything.
She eventually comes back with a dark red wine. Again, kind of matches the theme of the place, and then puts that down for you. And don't expect me to describe wine because I do not drink it, so I have no idea what wine tastes like. So...
It's fine. I also do not drink wine, so I wouldn't know anyways.
3 times.
It's good.
It's dark and red.
Nope.
And it tastes like something.
And it probably
It might have an earthy flavor. I don't know what that means, but it might.
I don't
As a
think I've ever
wine drinker, I'm
red
loving
wine.
this that you don't care.
I don't think I've ever drank red wine in my
I don't-
life.
know whether to be disappointed or think this is funny. Like,
I've only drunk white wine.
Join me in both.
yes, also not really a wine drinker, but past bartender, so just kind of like,
Sure, you can describe them then, V.
Yeah, what's it like? Detta, please
Oh, okay.
elaborate in excruciating detail.
excruciating detail.
Sit there and aerate
Oh,
it with your
God.
palate.
Yeah, it's a little bit sharp because I don't feel like Aere would know how to like swirl the cup for a little bit and all of that.
It's just
Definitely not.
You know, Aere's probably
He doesn't
not
wanna
like
get
the
drunk.
biggest
He's just
wine freak. I see Aere on more like whiskeys and brandies and shit, you know. So I'd say that you're probably shocked it's not cold.
oh my god, it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm and it's like as it like goes down your throat, you can feel like a little bit of the tingly, but it's not like whiskey. It's almost like bitter. Like this wine has been open for like 7 days. It's
All right.
Slightly-
Thank you.
I gotta
Slightly
wonder how much it
syrupy.
clings.
God, it tastes like vinegar.
So what notes am I getting? Dead
Uh,
baby's bird.
Dead baby bird. Yeah, no, that's a perfect description. Yeah, dead baby bird. No, a little bit of musk. It has earthy tones. Like it's not
Yes.
fun on the palate.
You drink it and you're like, I guess this is fancy. And
I'm like, great wine.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
and you wait for probably a good 10 minutes or so before the a different waitress comes by. This woman, slightly shorter, blonde hair, a little bit of a rounder face, comes by and says, Aere, correct?
yes.
I have been requested to move you to a different table. If you don't mind following me.
That's totally fine. Hopefully this isn't a trap, but great, yeah.
Yes, please follow me. And she leads you around again towards like, because they've got the tables and everything, and there's actually a massive bar that has a number of alcoholic drinks that are set up in bottles and whatnot in the back, all elegant with glass and mirrors and whatnot. And then you pulls you around, and there's a staircase, large staircase
Oh, great.
leads up and around, and you are
Great.
led to a secluded room.
Great.
Yeah, it's a balcony room actually that is interesting because as you were downstairs looking up, you just saw kind of this balcony railing and there was a curtain drawn. But as you come up and around, you realize that you can still see out over into the restaurant, but the curtain's still there.
Oh, it's like a double-sided one. So you need
And
two in here.
when you get upstairs, there is a singular table, and it has Rogar sitting there, and also the twins.
Oh, I forgot about them.
And
Rogar, my dear, what a delight to see you again.
well, I didn't believe that it was true.
I'm full of surprises.
Please take a seat.
I'll sit.
And as you sit, a couple of waiters come around and they start putting down large plates full of food that seem to have already been requested and
All right.
made. And
At least
set
I
up.
don't have to pay for the drinks.
And
I said
you-
I'd only pay if I came alone, so.
they pull off the tops of the dishes, and they are extravagant dishes. Some of them meat, some of them just pure vegetables, some of them are decorated and full of different like sauces layered over them, and it's quite the spread. But she immediately reaches forward and grabs a piece of the food and starts kind of,
Well, you were looking for me, so I just thought I'd set up a meeting.
I was not necessarily looking for you. I was gathering
I heard you were.
information on you.
I heard you were asking for me, so I, thought it's best to get ahead of it.
Understandably, a good thing to do when My men go by that trade route again and find 6 open graves.
Surprising, eh?
Slightly. Now, we weren't sure if someone felt the need to do that. We're not sure. But there are instances of necromancy. I'm not unaware of that. And you see him kind of like glance to one of the twins that's to his left.
Mm.
Um,
Ooh. Is there some gossip here?
He looks to the twin that's on his left, and he kind of like leans forward, and Rorgar's like, he's going to do something real quick. I wouldn't take it as a threat, but please feel free to do anything stupid. I will just kill you.
Such good friends. I mean, you could try.
And the twin looks forward, and you see him start to like kind of move his hands and starts to mouth low under his breath a spell. Do you do anything?
No, I'm just gonna like look over at the Shadow Man, give him a little smile, and then look back forward.
He is standing directly behind Rorgar.
Oh, then I'll look a little bit up.
And he does it. You see a bit of a flash in his eyes, in the twin, and then kind of leans back and leans over and whispers something to Rorgar. Do you try to hear what it is?
Sure.
Make a perception check.
All right. What's my perception? Not very high. Oh, but that is a 21.
You just get barely a little bit of a whisper, but you don't sense any undeath on it.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay, Kale's gonna want to hear that.
Interesting.
Actually, I
Rorgar.
think Shiorn too.
Rorgar kind of leans backwards. So, I'm curious. How did you survive? You were all readily dead when we were done with you. I had a personal hand in your death.
Well, yes, you thought so.
This puts us in an awkward position here.
Not really.
We punished you for what you had done. You caused the death
Yes.
of my men, and you all paid
And I
for
much
your
changed.
lives. But if you didn't actually die, I don't know if the scoreboard is actually even at this point.
It is. We're all much changed.
Understood. Please, enjoy some of the food. You see the twins have grabbed some as well.
Aere doesn't really like to eat, so she'll just like grab a piece of bread or something.
Why were you looking for me if you knew I was searching for you?
Well, I mean,
What I have done.
I don't like to hide very much. So, I thought I'd just, say hello.
Have you come to take revenge?
Revenge? Why would I do that?
I mean, especially your centaur friend left in pretty mangled condition if he's still
Oh, I hate him. So it's fine.
Understood.
Sadly, he wasn't too mangled.
Are the rest of them
Easily
all...
fixable, unfortunately.
Are the rest of them
He'll
all
die soon,
actually
hopefully.
alive?
Here or there.
This is becoming less and less productive as this conversation goes on.
Yeah. I'm sensing that too.
Why? Do you have any reason why my men should not just take you now and we can right the issue that we have here.
I mean, again, as I said, you could try to do that. But it didn't work so well for you last time, did it?
We'll make sure to be very thorough this time.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But you could try, I guess. Or we could just say, oh, what's done is done.
And why would I do that?
Well, why not?
We have...
As I said, we're
we should-
much changed.
We have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, you could say you killed us. You did, technically. For a short second. But I brought us all back. It's fine.
Did you say you brought us all back?
Yeah. I know I didn't, but I'm just
Make-
lying.
You can either make a deception or performance. That's up to you.
Oh, okay. They're both good for me. Let's see. Performance. That's a 28.
Kind of squints a little bit. You expect me to believe that you have the power to bring people back from the dead.
I'll just give him a wink. And then I'll like look up above his head, look at the shadow man and smile at him. But very obviously not looking at Rogar. Just, you know.
He doesn't move. He doesn't turn away from you, but the twin to his right turns and looks behind him, and then looks back at you with a just what the fuck is wrong with you kind of look.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to give me a better reason than appealing to my whatever to not kill you.
I mean, I just feel like what's done is done. We technically paid for, the misdeeds of my friends. Again, much changed. Lots happened since then. We're different people.
Yeah, I don't
Didn't we
really
actually only kill
care.
4 of them?
Hmm?
Sorry, I'm just thinking, didn't we actually only kill 4 of them? I mean, they've got like bonus lives that they took, so.
We didn't kill any of the people in that one area, I don't think.
No, it was the thugs that were.
Well, it was the ones
past,
before that.
Yeah.
The one we killed a bunch of them, and then Liza let one of them go.
Yep.
And he told on us because he's a snitch.
Fucking narc.
Snitches get stitches.
The conversation lapses into a bit of a silence as the food is getting eaten, but Rogar's continuing to look at you, and
I'll just look at him too. I'll just nibble on my bread. I'll look very innocent. It's hard to do, but I can do it.
a
You've
few
got
minutes,
a large piece of bread that you're just.
It's like,
a few minutes pass, and says, well, if you have nothing else to offer, kind of like finishes whatever he's currently got on his plate, and says, I'm sure my associate here would be fascinated to experiment on you after what you have accomplished, if you have the power you have. You say you have.
I mean, I guess you can try.
You see the twins start to slowly push themselves away from the table.
Oh, what's that stupid spell called? I have it written in my notes because it's not on my spell list.
Hear Rogar
What is it called?
lean over to the one on his right and says, try not to make too much of a mess. I like this table.
Oh, what is that spell called? The Mist of Rayleigh. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that,
Okay.
but I would like to end up behind Rogar, so I just want to dissipate into dust. and then I just want to go behind him and tap him on the shoulder.
All right. So
And then like move to the other shoulder so whenever he looks, I'm at the opposite one.
you vanish out of sight. The two twins are on their feet immediately. The one on his right pulls out a sword. The one on his left kind of pulls his hand back in a motion. And as you tap Rogar on the shoulder, he goes to reach back at you the moment your hand touches him. Make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Why so serious? Gosh. Oh man, I'm rolling really well. It's at 26.
You're able to zip out of the way as he reaches back, but then immediately stands up and turns around, and reaches to the back, basically behind the chair that just gets knocked over, and he grabs his weapon out from behind it. You should have brought more
Again.
allies.
Why so serious? I thought we were just having a nice conversation.
You weren't adding much to the conversation.
I mean, I needed more wine, I guess. What can you say?
Kind of puts his weapon on his shoulder, and are you gonna do anything? They seem to be getting ready to attack.
Let's go sit back down.
Do you just go to move through them or around them?
I'll go above them and just go back to my seat.
All right.
I feel
I'm
like
totally
you're
gonna
almost
die.
determined to die at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just playing my character how I think Aere would do it, and I feel like she is kind of there. Yeah.
The one with the twin with his hand without the weapon pulls back, and you see a kind of a ball of fire start to appear in his hand, and the other one, the one with the sword, blocks your path and gets in kind of a ready position, waiting for you to attack. And Rogar's just kind of standing off to the side.
I'm not trying to attack them. I'm just trying to sit back down.
They obviously seem like they're going to attack you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to ignore them. I'll just look at Rogar and sit back down.
You go to move past them, and the one with the sword swings at you.
Ouch. Not very nice. That is what I am going to say.
15 to hit.
I believe that just hits.
So 8 points of slashing damage as the sword kind of slashes down and cuts through parts of your armor.
I'm just gonna smile and be like, well, that was rude.
Not doing anything.
No, I'm gonna sit back down.
The mage tosses his fire that he has in his hand at you.
Oh, he's gonna ruin the table?
And that is
How rude
going
of
to
them.
be a 18 to hit.
Well, obviously that hits.
That'll be 13 points of fire damage.
Again, rude.
Rogar's This is going to be the oddest, but also the easiest kill I've ever made.
I mean, I still don't get why you have to kill me. It's so boring. Been there, done that. Deja vu.
Yeah.
Are you trying to intimidate them?
No. I just
I have no idea. I have no idea. What
I know I can't win the fight.
I recommend just leaving.
Clearly, she's trying to make use of the unnerving feature that we all have.
You have an unnerving feature?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah,
That's
unsettling
sweet.
presence.
I completely
Protocol.
forgot about that too.
Yeah.
I guess I'll use that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. What's the save on that?
Who knows?
Who
They have
knows?
disadvantage. They have a disadvantage on the next saving throw.
The next saving throw makes within the next minute.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I have anything to make a saving throw. Maybe I do, but am I able to sit down?
I mean, if you're gonna continue to move, are you like gonna disengage from the guy with the sword?
Sure.
Okay.
I was still just trying to sit, man.
So
Listen, if I have to die, could I at least finish my wine first? Like, come on, guys. Be a gracious host. You brought me all the way up here. Had a
The-
lovely table downstairs.
You saying this, zip past the guy with the sword. He kind of like swings at you as you go past, and then you sit down at your chair, bleeding, partially burned. Pick up your wine again. Start
I'm used to
drinking.
that.
And Rogar's just looking at you very odd, as he's not engaging himself. And the twins kind of look at him with odd looks, and he's, get her. And the guy with the one with the sword moves in on you and is going to attack you.
I guess I'll leave. Again, very rude.
You gonna try to run now?
I guess.
All right. Yeah. Let's check something real quick here.
Over the balcony comes this ball of light that drips red stuff as it passes by.
I'm just bleeding all over everybody's meal.
Fucking all of us like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's become
Through this entire encounter, Zangetsu has been like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" But at the same time, I'm like, "Bravo!"
It's become a common thing for
Sorry.
Aere to get nearly killed without fighting back.
Listen, I just feel like this is what she would do in this situation, so that's what I'm doing. I know it's dumb.
That's fine. I don't know what your goal is here. That's just what
No,
I'm
it's
trying.
amazing.
Neither.
I don't think Aere knows what her
I
goal is.
assumed you had a goal in mind with trying to
Not,
get.
not really. I thought maybe he'd let us live and not try to fight us. But whatever. You know, it is what it is.
As you go to leave, you hear a kind of an energy sound coming from the magic casting twin, and these balls of light just kind of zoom past, and even if you try to dodge them, they just find you unerringly. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, and get some magic missiles me. It's rude.
Yeah, he loves doing that.
I feel like I'm going to disappear again after that. I'm gone for 2 turns. So.
So 17 points of force damage.
Ooh.
Which at this point the crowd downstairs is noticing that there's some magic being cast and whatnot. And you get towards the stairs as the the one with the sword is chasing after you, but then you vanish. And he is
I'm
going
gonna be
to
like, rude.
he's going to make one
just
swing at
fucking
you at
leave.
disadvantage.
If he hits, I'm probably going down. R.I.P. Aere.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Nine points of slashing.
Oh, yep, I'm down. That's all I had left.
Okay.
I'm still invisible for now. Whee!
Understood. So yeah, as you go invisible, you go to leave, but then the giant sword he has just smacks you out of the air. You hit a railing kind of down the stairs, and you land there, and you are unconscious. So that is the end of what you are aware of.
Nice.
Well, that was an interesting interaction.
Because yeah, this is totally
Listen.
scripted.
Yeah,
I scripted this all beforehand. 100%. You can tell.
that's why you're the only one who knows what the fuck is going on.
Now, I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, did Aere bring her backpack with her to this fancy dinner?
Yeah, I brought everything I have.
Farewell, haste potion. I knew you well.
We have cling to life. So roll a 16 or higher.
I'll roll it all ones. First one, 1. Second one, 1.
For I would like you to roll 3d20s, and I want you to keep them secret and send me any significant results.
You just want me to do 3?
However many, until something.
However many I need to
Yeah.
do? Okay. I will keep my stuff secret.
Moving on to the Ruby Curtain. Cliffhanger.
Don't worry,
and-
I will make sure that all of the animals are well taken care of while you go and lose all of your money.
So yeah, you guys head inside?
I guess.
So you guys get inside, and it is a large room with a plethora of tables. It's got this nice red carpet that is kind of not bright enough to like be like, oh, that's annoying, but it's a brighter red. And a number of tables set up. There's people around them playing different card games, different gambling games in general. And you see that there in the back, there are a number of doors and hallways that lead off into deeper areas of the casino itself. Once you guys step in, you're greeted by a man and a woman that are both made up in very accentuating clothing and styled hairdos and makeup, and they both are very big, bright smiles on their face, and says, "Welcome to the Ruby Curtain. Please, what is your fancy? Would you like a drink? Would you like food? Would you like just to watch? Anything and everything can be available here if you'd like."
What were we here for again?
Very on brand for
Croupier
Shiora.
orders and croupier.
That wasn't Shioran saying that. That was me.
The current objective, if I remember correctly, was Merrick wanted to inquire about who he could talk to about either winning back the house
Right.
or talking them into parting with it.
This was Merrick's subplot, and he's not even here.
Out of here.
Yeah.
This guy's not here.
Yeah, and you look around. There's a number of people around, but yeah, the two host and hostesses are kind of still waiting for your answer.
I kind of look at Merrick because
He says, "Where would be the leader of this establishment. And they kind of, like, they're still smiling, but you can see they kind of, like, off-put
What?
by the question. And then just say, the proprietor of this facility is here tonight, yes, but he is currently indisposed. Did you have a meeting with him? Merrick. No, but we would like to see him as soon as possible. Well, I can definitely take your names and see if he's aware of you, if he wants to meet. And if you'd like that. And Merrick kind of looks at the rest of you.
Violet's like just enamored by her surroundings.
There's a lot of bright lights and flashing like glass and reflective surfaces that are very catchy.
Brother, may I have the
Yeah, her
llama?
mind is already elsewhere, so she's just kind of like. She's not even really paying attention to this whole conversation.
Oh no, looks like Shiorn and Kale got to take point on this one.
Do we? Oh god.
Oh no.
Merrick kind of looks forward and says, I'd tell him that a representative of Aldrich is here to see him. And she kind of, okay. But can I have your name? That should suffice. Okay. In the meantime, please enjoy our facilities. And she kind of waves out towards the rest of the room, and she says, my associate here will.
Violet's already gone.
And my associate can answer any questions you may have about what games we have available and how the betting in the house works. But I will leave him to it, and she will head off towards the back. And you see, for the people who are paying attention, she heads off to a hallway that's off to the far end of the room. The room's a bit of a kind of like a crescent shape, and she heads off towards the far end of it to a hallway and kind of disappears out of view.
Sharon turns to Kale. Well, if we're waiting, do you know how this works?
I look at Shorin, and I'm like, yes, no, I don't.
I was going to say, roll a deception.
Well, where did Violet go? I think she seems to know.
I think she definitely knows.
There are a number of games that are currently available in this place. There is the Hand of Fate. There is 21. There is Timora's Spinner.
That's roulette.
And Jip.
Do we use the actual gold or our actual money, or do we have to like buy chips or something?
It's using gold from, if you like ask the other host, he explains, is like, no, use your own gold. And depending on the game you play, depends on how the betting and the winning works. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Okay.
What was the last game?
That wasn't quite finished. There was.
Sorry, I didn't know you.
Oh, and she says also on top of the, he says, so yeah, there's Hand of Fate, 21, Timora's Spinner, Jip, and the Gambit of Ord. And also, she says in one of the back rooms, if you so choose, we do Run of Luck races, which, if you ask, he explains that they're lizard races.
Lizard races.
Mm-hmm. Giant lizard races.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Okay.
I'm sure the lizards are well compensated for their work.
Well, of course they are. They are fed and taken care of quite well. The owners are very adamant about keeping their creatures in the best state. So they are all very premium specimens.
Okay.
Can we go see that one? Oh, great, we're going as. If people didn't think.
Violet's going towards Hand of Fate.
And
I'm gonna go towards Jip.
All right.
Jip is.
Shorn, so if you want to go yourself, he'll lead you back to the back room. One of the back rooms. It's off to the left area of the crescent.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you guys kind of all separate. Hand of Fate. So you see a number of people at the table.
Where's Merrick going?
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to
Merrick,
say, where'd Merrick?
he is just going to he'll follow Shioran.
Okay.
So you get, by watching a little bit of the game itself, how it works is it is a 50 gold buy-in, and you then, in the sense of like D&D game rules, you roll a d12 and you keep it secret, and then each player can then choose to fold or forfeit their bet, call the bet, or raise the bet if they feel confident of their roll. After that, a d12 die is rolled, and that becomes a community die that everyone can see. After the roll, people continue to bet and call and raise and fold, and then another one is rolled, which also becomes a community die. This is the part where players have a final chance to adjust their bets, and then the winning condition is simple: the player with the highest combined value of his or her die and the community dice wins 80% of the pot, and the other 20% is contributed to the casino.
I wanted to listen to that, but Violet was lost at the 50 gold buy-in.
That's a good payout.
50 gold buy-in. I don't have that. Do you know how much I just spent on bullshit? A lot. No, she's going to look for the least amount of having to put money into the thing.
All right.
So the funny thing is, Shioran does have 51 gold, but it's mostly silver.
The cheapest would be Jip, which is where Kayla's gone. It's a 5 gold
How
buy-in.
much? Yeah. Okay, good. Fine, that's fine.
Kale, when you get over to the table, you learn by watching through it. It's a pretty straightforward. A player simply rolls 2d6, and if they hit 7 or 12, they win. They can double their bet and add another d6 to the total. The payout is 3-2 for winning rolls. But if you fail to produce a 7 or 12, your bet is automatically forfeited.
Well, that's a slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I might have skipped that. It's basically craps.
Yeah, it's craps.
Essentially.
Excellent.
And then, as Kale kind of said, the other close to is a 10 gold buy-in is Tomorrow Spinner. It's basically roulette.
So you're gonna see Kale just kind of like thinking, I'm like, so 7 or 12, 6-sided dice, it's like 1 in 36 chances of winning. So for every time you bet 5 gold, 35 times 35. That's a lot of gold you're gonna lose before you finally win one.
It's a casino, man.
This isn't
How
really
much is
gambling. This
21?
is just like pissing away your money. That's amazing.
That's what
Gambling
tends to be.
is.
That's what casinos are, man. You ever actually gone one? You just end up losing money. That's rarely do you actually ever win.
I was saying this in character as Kale.
Yeah, gotcha.
How much is the 21s?
The Tomorrow Spinner?
No, 21.
Oh, 21. That one is a 25 gold buy-in.
Did you want to give this one a go, Kale? Because, like, You could totally like just win the first time. Like,
All right, one time.
okay.
One time.
One time for you and one time for me.
Let's see how mine goes first.
Yeah, okay. You go.
Okay. I pull out 5 gold. Oh man.
All right. Pull out. Are you doing Jip?
Yeah, I'm doing Jip.
All right. Would you like to
And
double
it's
your
like
bet?
leaning over, like.
What was that?
Would you like to double your bet?
No.
All right. So then you roll 2d6.
2d6. Got it. Okay. Okay. First roll going is a 1. And then the second dice is a 4, so that's a loss.
Yep. So you put down the cash, and they put down a couple of cards, and it ended up not being what you need. And so the guy is quick too. He's just, and your gold is gone and put away in an area behind the desk. And would you like to try again? And he's not like mocking or anything. He's just, would you like to try again?
My turn.
Yeah, yes, please. He waits for you.
What
to
do I
put down,
do?
Waits for you to put down the gold, and he says you can
Sorry.
basically explains it through the card game itself. But you can either roll 2d6 or you can double your bet and roll 3d6.
Okay.
Still shooting for 7 or 12.
I'm only gonna roll 2.
All right. So 5 gold and roll away.
All right. Who paid the 5 gold, by the way?
Me that time.
Okay.
It's a 3 and a 2.
All right. So another loss. So pulls
So,
5 gold.
Okay,
hey, Shioran.
Kale.
Yes.
Sharon's not here. Sharon's on the other
Oh yeah,
page.
yeah, that's right.
Sure. Sharon went to go watch and potentially bet on the giant lizard races.
She wants to see
We're
the
getting
animals.
really close. I think we should just do one more.
One more. Okay, and what up?
Yeah. Can we do it with your gold, and then I'll do it with my gold? If I mean, you do it with your gold.
Insight check. Insight fucking. I
Go
could
for
have
it.
insight checked you so much sooner.
What are you insight checking me for?
I
I'm
just-
innocent.
That's a
You're
good
not
question.
innocent. That. Okay.
Did Aere have party
Insight
funds?
is 24.
I
For
had my
what? What do
reparations,
you
but I had a
wanna
lot
know?
of money on me. Yeah.
I want to know if you're just gonna try to bankrupt me or something.
I'm not purposely trying to bankrupt you. No.
You're just addicted to gambling. I see it.
I've never. I
see
feel
it.
like I've never tried like this type of gambling. I have like, I'm tarot reader and like
Okay.
I fucking obviously like know the little street games, but I've never been to a casino.
Okay. All right.
I
One
gamble
more
the
time.
fates of others, not my coin.
One more time.
Okay, okay, one more time.
One
5
more
or,
time and we're done.
5 or
Okay.
10 gold.
5 gold.
5 gold. No.
Come on, let's go 10.
Roll
Let's go 10.
2d6.
We didn't just fight.
2d6, right?
Yep. 2d6.
It's a 4. Good start.
No.
And the second one is a 3. Yes.
Hey, there you
We
go.
won, Kale!
And they take out 2 gold and 5 silver and slide that across to you.
And I keep my 5 gold.
And you keep the 5 gold. So you get 7.5.
Look at that, we won!
But I
You
still
only
lost.
lost 2.5.
I
And you
still
can-
have a net
You
loss.
can bet more than that. That's just the
No.
recommended buy-in. So
No.
Should we go play the other one?
What other one?
21?
It seems to be even less odds of winning.
But we could win more, maybe.
But we also lose more, probably.
Why don't we just try? You were wrong about the last time anyway.
Well, if you're that confident, why don't you try with your money?
I did try with my.
And why don't you try again? You made me try again. Now it's your turn.
Well, why don't we go halves on this one?
No,
it's
because
more.
I went,
And technically, Kale is still down 2.5 gold.
and I'm still down 2.5 gold.
That's fine. It's only 2.5 gold.
2.5 gold.
Remember
goes a
that one
long
time
way.
I paid for your tavern fee?
You remember that other time I helped pay for your little cloak? Or what was it, the hat?
Do you remember that time I helped pay for your hat?
Which hat? You see, I'm still wearing the
This
Swicker
one.
hat. You're wearing that hat. That was a shared hat.
But
You
you
are
have
wearing
the cloak.
that as part of the
And
conversation.
you have the cloak.
And I tried to give you the cloak to wear earlier, but it was too big for you. So that's a bad investment.
Well, I feel like it was your investment too, so. Come on, though. Like, we'll just go halves.
I give her the winnings I just got.
The 250,
Yes.
You give me the 250.
2.5, I guess.
Okay. Okay. We go over to 21s.
All right. The buy-in is 25 gold.
Okay.
And the rules for this one essentially is you and the dealer are going to both roll 2d10. And after that, you can choose to roll additional d10s or hold yourself at each interval. And if you hit 21 before the dealer, you win. If they do, they win. If it's matched and you both roll 21, then it's just a 1-to-1. You just get your money back. And if you, again, it's a 3-to-2 odds. 3-to-2 winning payout.
Okay. So I just roll 2d10s.
Yes, and I will roll my own 2d10 here. Oh, and by the way, ones can either be what is it? Just check here.
11s or 1s.
Yeah, a 1 can be a 1 or an 11, depending on what you need.
Okay.
All right. What did you end up rolling total?
A 9 and a 9.
So you had 18.
18.
Alrighty. The dealer rolled a 2 and a 3, so they're at 5. So, if you want to roll another d10, you are welcome to.
No.
Wait, is it blackjack?
Yeah, it's essentially
Essentially.
No,
blackjack.
it's 21.
Essentially.
So you just gotta get
That's
as
what
close to 21 as
That's what
you
you
can,
do in
right?
blackjack.
Yeah.
The dealer will pull out another one, and it is a 9, so they're total at 14. And they will pull another one. And they bust. And so
Wait.
you get 12 gold and 5 silver back. And so you wagered 25 and you now get back 37 and a half.
Yay!
I don't gamble very often.
I
So
told you!
I don't gamble very often. That's how 3-to-2 works, right? You get
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
wagered plus
And
the-
1/2, yeah.
Yeah, just making sure.
And so you just see Kale with a sort of half contemptuous slow clap. Good job.
Good to go again.
Do you want to play?
No.
Oh.
Oh man, I wish Lysman
So-
wasn't a nice person taking care of the animals.
So the funny thing is, V's video is delayed, so we heard the O and then her face fell.
Okay. A bit of Shior asked you to play.
What was that? What was that?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Should we go get Shioran?
Wait. I have several questions just now.
I'm not taking questions right now. Should we go? Should we go see Shioran?
I think you are going to take questions right now.
I'm gone.
And
Fairies,
as
man.
they take
I
off,
disengage as a bonus action.
as they take off, as Violet takes off towards where she saw Shioran and the male host go,
And Merrick.
you and Merrick will take a break here as this is going forward, and we'll come back in about 15 minutes, or we'll just make it 20, and so we'll come back at the
7:40
7:40.
Central.
Central Time. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tori, your phone works,
Yes.
right?
My phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what do you mean? Does my phone work?
I don't know. I can text you, but
Yeah.
I've never called you, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Man, I can't
tweeting
believe
from
while
me.
all of you are gambling, Aere just becomes an eldritch abomination devouring half of Sharn.
Sounds about right. This is
might
what clerics
happen.
get for gambling.
It's because Kale gambled that this has all happened.
You all don't
So
know what
his
my
fault.
god is. Maybe he likes the fact that I gamble.
No, if Air dies, I'm blaming it on Kale in the afterlife.
I've
We'll
chosen
be
the
back.
one thing that I have the hardest time understanding. Races. Alright. See y'all in a bit.
For chat, I would like you all to know I'm a consistent gambler, so this is wonderful seeing these people flub through a casino.
Look, I've been to the casino once and it wasn't on my own money, okay?
Gambling is a thing I'd never do.
I
Gambling
gambled
is the
a
thing I
couple
have
of
a
times.
problem with, so that's why I don't do it.
Oh boy. Are you okay with this?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. This is wonderful.
Alright. I'll be back in just a moment.
Alright.
See you after break, y'all.
Yeah.
Bye.
I have Yoo-Hoo, but it's almost empty. The shit goes fast when I drink it. So how's everybody doing in the chat today? Yep, definitely Aere. Aside from a slight headache, did you take any meds for that? At least that's the only issue you're having.
Hello.
Hello. I think it's kind of funny that we have like a casino episode and we have someone in the a user named Casino Thanks.
Nice.
You tend to avoid using meds? Okay. Fair enough. I only use meds when they get to the point where I just can't handle them. And then it's usually to put me to sleep so that I can, you know, sleep it off. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but we got some light bulbs because last time my my light bulbs had died, and apparently it's not even like we had to figure out which type it is, like type the base is specifically to make sure that it fit in there because it's not the normal standard type that you normally get at the grocery grocery store. It's figured out that it's the chandelier, or no, it's candelabra type, chandelier type, whatever. Ordered some. Turns out it's smaller than I expected and dimmer than I expected, which is why my background is still dark, but not as dark as before. So, it works for now as a basic lighting. But, what this does mean is I learned how to tell the difference in, base type for the light bulbs so I can get one that's brighter later on. Either way, it's been a bit of a weird thing trying to figure out how that works. Nope, that's too dark. Yeah, still the best. Ugh. I know we're in a place of gambling, but Shioran's more interested in the animals. Time to take a drink, everyone. Stay hydrated. I wonder if Aere actually died.
She
It's a
dead.
mystery.
Say what?
I said it's a mystery.
Yes, a mystery that we're gonna find out later. I think it's funny that I think it would be funny if like we're in the middle of a battle and Aere just suddenly apparates.
Hey guys, I was dead before.
Hey guys, I died again. I got a new power. I can teleport now.
I just wonder how the fuck we don't turn up undead.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that last part because you kind of muffled. How we don't turn up
Yeah,
what?
because I was trying to put undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, at least not to the conventional magic sources of detection.
Keep my last respawn record.
The fucking Dura Devils just start fucking spawn point camping.
I can't wait for this magical whirlwind night of gambling wins and romance to end for Violet. And then in the morning, she sees that Aere's not there, finds the letter. Aere still hasn't come back 3 days later. And she's just broken forever.
Dude, honestly, you have no idea why this is gonna be such a fucking problem. Like, Tori fucking knows. The bitch.
Yeah, I do. I do.
This is gonna be an issue for Violet if fucking Aere actually fucking dies. Like, oh, I'm not looking forward to having to play my character.
Also, as a reminder, I will not be turning my camera back on.
Right. I need to.
I'm doing a treatment. I have to have my head laid back. So if I'm gonna tweet, I have to have it in front of my face so you wouldn't see me anyways. I mean, I could turn it back on and it'll just look really weird.
Up nose camera, let's go.
Okay, so you got that thing on your head. I don't know what it is, but you got it.
Yeah, and I have to lean back. And if I'm gonna tweet, then I have to have my phone like right in front of my face. So
Hmm.
it's just like it sends electrical pulses into my head to calm some of the pain.
Aere dies
Science
and
can do some
Violet
weird
just
shit.
like turns into like a biker chick with tattoos.
I'm there
Well, I
for
mean,
that
that's cool. You
character
just
arc.
found your really cool, bartender girlfriend that gives no shit. So
She can help
I
you with
am
that
there.
transformation.
For that character arc. That sounds amazing.
What character are you
I've
talking
kind of
about?
already decided sort of what happens to Violet if Aere dies.
oh, Scott, we're just preparing for all the
You
horrible,
know,
inevitable
I don't
things that are
fucking
gonna happen.
like how you just sat there like that. That worries me, okay?
I'm just sitting here eating my ruffles.
Insight check on the DM. I have to let you know my insight's really good. If I was a D&D character, my insight would be a passive like 30 because I'm an empath. Bad.
I used to be a stronger empath, but don't use it, you lose it. Or at least,
Oh,
lose
no,
connection to it.
See, I have the massivest fucking problem because I can't not, and that's my issue. I wouldn't say even for me it's like using it. I don't turn it on or off. It just fucking happens and I hate it. Also, my yeah, it's fucking stupid because I actually feel emotions physically as well. Like sadness for me is my heart feels like it's gonna beat out of my chest and like my chest is caving in. And then like anger, all of my muscles feel like they're going to like explode. Like it's like as if you tensed your muscles for like 3 days, like all of them.
I'm sorry. It sounds miserable at
Yeah,
its
I
worst.
get that a lot. Not to, the same extent, because, lesser, but yeah.
It fucking sucks, dude. And then the worst part about that is then pregnancy amps up your fucking hormones and your emotion stuff, and also you feel pain like a whole lot worse and shit. So like, oh yeah, it's not been good.
Gotta wonder what's it gonna be like when you start feeling, the sensations from in there.
What?
When the baby starts moving.
Oh no,
When the
no,
baby
it's
starts,
already happened.
starting to get senses and all that, and
It's kicking. It can now see. It recognizes sunlight and like artificial light, so it can tell when it's like daytime and nighttime. Obviously, it doesn't know what that means yet or like anything, but it can tell that sort of thing. I can feel it kicking. Like it just kicked me that just then.
You'll always
And it's
admire.
really weird. Because like you can feel your heartbeat, but then you feel like a little tap, Like, it's fucking weird, man. And then, like, it also, like, everything is stretching, so everything hurts all the fucking time. And I'm not used to having a belly, because, like, I'm really showing now. I'm not used to having a belly, so, like, it's so fucking weird moving around, and, like, feels like it's gonna it's just, like, stretching when I move. And, like, yeah, it's really weird. It's super weird.
I'm actually gonna go grab a new soda really quickly because I just noticed mine's half empty, but I'll have my headphones on so we can start if you guys are ready.
You gonna stay off camera for a little bit, V?
Yeah, I just need a seckie.
Okay.
We're going with you anyway, Shion. So you get led back into this back room, and he leads you to a door that you can hear quite a big ruckus going on behind. And it opens up, and you and Merrick step inside, and there is a large amount of people around this big, large track that's sunken into the ground itself. And so there's a number of people standing around a circular railing, and the track itself is decently large, probably a good 70 or so feet across, and then it turns around and comes around the other way, but kind of like a racetrack. And you don't see any of the animals out yet, but you see a lot of people like cheering and talking and yelling, and people that are drinking, and people are it's just a lot of sensory overload at this point.
Yeah, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm
Go for it.
rearranging captures. Live on stream.
Scripted.
Totally scripted. That one needs to be moved over a little bit. Alright, that should be good, I think. Anyway, alright, so, one more time. I apparently didn't absorb any of that. I heard it, I just didn't absorb it.
Oh, perfect, just like Shiorn.
You walk in after being led to this door in this back room. And it's a large track that's sunken into the ground. It's about 70 feet long, and then it curves around and comes back the other way, so it's a big circular racetrack. A railing that goes around it itself, and a number of people that are all standing around, drinking, talking, yelling, whatever the case may be. It's very, like I said, there's a lot of sensory overload. And the host says that the bookie is over there, and you can place your bets at any time.
Where are the animals?
They will be let out once all the bets are settled, and he points to a board in the back, and it shows the name of all of the animals, and the odds are all pretty much even, but it just kind of shows a little bit of their like win streak and whatnot. And essentially, how this game is going to work is you're not going to have to worry about picking an animal or whatever like that. Essentially, your animal is chosen, and then you roll 3d4, one after another. We'll do it one at a time, and basically, whoever comes out at the end with the highest amount total from all d4s, that's the one that wins.
Okay. How much is the betting?
The minimum buy-in is 25 gold.
Okay. Shiorn would like to take a moment to like at least one round to see how things work and stuff. Uh-oh.
Excuse me, I finished a couple of chips. So you watch for the first round. It takes a couple minutes to set up, but this gate opens up, and you see 4 different of these giant lizards. These things are close to like human size lizards, and they all come out, and they're different colors. Some of them are dark, almost black. Other ones have like reddish hues to them, and green and blues spotted all over large. They sit on. They're kind of almost like Komodo dragons as they kind of sit up, and they've got their tongues flicking out. And you see that they've got these kind of vests put on that represent which one they are, essentially, with different colors and numbers on them. And they're all set up at the stop with these kind of gates that hold them at bay. And then there is basically a shout from someone, and the gates lower, and everyone starts cheering and yelling and blah, and they're all leaning over the gates. People are fighting for a position to see better, and these things take off, and they're fast. They're just, and they start taking off across the track, and they go all the way around, come around, and they go all the way around again, and then come around, all the way around, and come again, and they're trucking. Some of them are pulling ahead of each other. Some of them get like kind of knocked to the side as one of them lashes with its tail, so on and so forth, and it goes for 3 full rounds before the final one crosses the line, and you hear people yell in celebration and people yell in defeat as people lose and win. And yeah, it's as simple as that. Then the lizards are let off back, and you can see on the board it shows that there's another 4 different lizards that are set up there.
So Shioran turns to Merrick. So they just run around the track a bunch of times, and then how is the winner determined? I'm not sure I understand.
It's a race. It's who can get around the track 3 times the quickest.
Okay.
Are you wanting to bet?
Do you accept a pile of silver?
I'm sure they'll take any currency.
Yeah, I might as well try once.
All right. You could bet 25, or you could bet more.
I'm gonna bet 25 because, like, I literally have 46 gold in silver.
I have one very important question about how these lizards run.
Hmm.
Is it on 2 legs like the Jesus water lizard, or is it like on all 4s, like really fast, like a monitor lizard?
It's all 4 really fast, and your camera's frozen.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. So you said D4s? Or excuse me, D6?
No, it's D4s.
D4s, okay.
Basically, each D4 represents a ring around the track. And so I will grab... we will make... Let's see here. So I have 3 D4s here, and you'll have the one that you will be betting on to roll yourself.
Okay.
Let me actually get something written down here real quick.
Oh, I already rolled. Do you want me to roll again later?
No, that's fine. Just hold that one for now.
Okay. I thought you were ready to go.
I realized as I was about to roll that I'm like, hey, I should keep track of which one gets how many, because it's 3 different rolls.
Which color refers to which dino? Dino dice.
All right. And what was your roll?
It was a 2.
First round around the track, yours is actually the furthest one behind.
Oh boy.
There's 2 of them that are tied in the middle, and then there's one that's ahead. Roll again.
Okay. That's a 3. I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Shioran counting out 250 silver pieces.
There's one in the front, one behind it, and then you are tied for last with one of them.
Oh. I chose the wrong one. Whichever one I chose.
What was your roll?
3.
So in the final bout, the first lizard got a 3, a 4, and a 2. So they are at 9. The second one got a 3, a 2, and a 3. So they're at 8. The third one got a 4, a 2, and a 4. So they're at 10. And then yours ended at 2, 3, and 3. So
8, yeah.
you tied for last.
Well, I lost 25 gold. It's a good thing I already have that, It's a good thing you guys saved me that money, huh?
And Shara now has her first experience with gambling. You've watched now 2 bouts, watching one, betting on one, and as you're kind of deciding what you want to do, the door kind of gets swung open as Violet and Kale come rushing into the room. Violet, when you enter... Sorry,
I'm sorry, did Merrick gamble as well?
You did not.
Okay.
Violet, as you enter, you start to take in the room, but as the door kind of opens up, you're kind of like laughing as Kale's chasing after you. You feel a pit in your chest. Can't explain where it's coming from. Just whatever joy was there at the moment, you're just not feeling it anymore, and something's really bothering you.
She will go to be like, and just kind of turn and fly away.
Violet?
Where to?
She's gonna go back to like the entrance room.
Okay. So, Kale, you come rushing in behind Violet, but the moment you get in, she zips right past you the other way.
Insight check on that.
Sure.
Wow, that's awesome. You know, yeah, I would have wanted to insight check that or something because would I would have noticed the demeanor change.
Yeah, I mean, you were right behind her.
Right. Okay. So I'll roll an insight.
That's 14.
All right.
That's an 18.
All right. Sure, and you're not.
It would have been a full body change.
Yeah. Sharon, what you notice is you're not really sure. You just saw Violet come in, look around, and then head out. You barely noticed that she was there before she was already leaving, so didn't quite catch any kind of like necessarily change in what she was versus what she was feeling then. But Kale, you noticed as she went into the room seemingly happy, but then stopped dead in her tracks and turned around, and the look on her face was completely different. She looked worried, and then she zipped past you.
He kind of looked to Shior, and I'm like, just give me a second.
Okay.
You go up.
Yeah, I go and follow her.
Violet, you end up back in the entry room, and people milling around, and as you're kind of sitting there for a second, one of the a waitress comes up with a kind of a tray full of drinks, and she's just, Would you like one?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And she hands it off to you.
Does it smell like alcohol?
Oh yeah.
Is there a couch?
Yeah, there's some lounge areas that are off to the kind of the
I'm
edges
just
of the
gonna-
room.
I'm just gonna put that behind one of the couches and then like try to sit down and then like stand up and then like pace back and forth in front of the couch.
And this is the state you find her in when you come into the room as well, Kay.
Hey, Violet. What's going on? Was it?
don't-
Did I offend you in some way?
No, I don't. What's wrong? That something is wrong. Something is really.
Okay. Can you describe it? Is it someone here? Is it? Do you recognize someone?
No. But something is really wrong. Like I don't feel good now. I felt good before, and now I feel really not good. Something. I don't like this.
Okay, hold on. Here, let's get you outside. Maybe something's going on here. Maybe it's like something
I will
magical or
allow
something.
him to usher me outside. No, it's Aere. Where's Aere? We don't know where Aere is.
Well, yeah, we left her back at the hotel, at the inn.
Wait, Shorin can send messages. Is it Shorin
Okay.
that can send messages?
I can with animals.
Okay. All right, I'll go get Shorin. You stay here, okay? We're outside, right?
Yeah, you guys would have, if you said to allowed you to, then you guys went outside. And Lyslin, what would you have been doing while they've been in there?
So while everyone's been inside gambling away their money, Lyslin has basically set up like a little circle with the animals and has just been going about doing like introductions with everyone. Because even though they may have lived in the same place, they probably didn't interact much with each other because of cages. And since they are now in a cage-free household, they need to work on some rules.
Especially the puppy is a little bit more exploratory. The ravens are pretty smart. They kind of stick around. They maybe fly off a few feet away to go perch somewhere else, but that's about it. General Tad finishes what he can of the mouse that you gave him, and eventually flies back down. And Tinkles, right?
I forgot about that giant
yes.
mouse.
Yeah, Tinkles is just roosting on your head at this point. So the most one you have to really worry about is the dog, Ansley.
So everyone, as I say, sometimes we do hurt each other here, but we try not to kill each other as much as possible, and we're still working on this, I know. But I hope that you will endeavor to follow this as much as we do, or try to.
The ravens kind of respond with, it's like, yeah, I mean, you kind of freed us, so I guess, and we're not used to people being able to talk to us, so that's a little different. And there's a lot of people around here, and we don't really necessarily like people.
Wonderful, neither do I. Although those people,
And
Noticing the others as they come out.
yeah, Ansley immediately bounds over to Kale. And so as Kale's having that quick conversation with her, you feel Ansley jump up onto your leg.
Hey, Ainsley.
Does a couple quick spins on the ground after you kind of nudge him away, but he kind of sits by you.
how goes the gambling? Did you lose all of your money?
I look over at Lysla, and I just kind of give a little hand sign of like, maybe not now.
Passive 16. Notice a violet shift?
You can definitely tell something's up with her. She definitely doesn't look happy.
Something's wrong. Something's really wrong.
I know. I'll go get Shioran. Okay, you stay here. All right.
Okay, as you go in, Angeli tries to follow you.
I tell Ainsley to keep her company, keep Violet company.
Just roll a animal handling check for me.
Okay. Okay. Bring back my character sheet. And then animal handling +3, so that's a 17.
All right. You kind of like hold up your hand, tell him to stay with Violet, and he kind of stops, looks at Violet, looks at you, and then kind of like steps back and then sits down by where she's at, and kind of like looking at you. Are you on the ground or are you flying, Violet?
I'm flying. Like,
Okay.
I'm just back and forth, like, freaking out.
Angela just kind of sits underneath where she's zooming back and forth and just is like
Good
watching
boy.
her.
All right, I'm gonna go back inside.
All right.
And I'm just going to quietly make my way over to Shioran and Merrick.
All right. Are the two of you outside just going to wait? Or do you want to say anything, Leslie?
Oh, outside. Never mind.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like how I want to phrase this.
Violet, I apologize if this sounds tactless in the current situation. You seem very distressed. Yes, is the word. And you say something is wrong, and you're muttering Aere. I hear this. What is making you think this?
Well, I was happy. We had won things, and it was great. And then I went into that room, and my heart sunk. And I can't tell you what's wrong. I don't know. All I know is something is wrong, and the only person around us that is not currently around us is Aere.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. This kind of connection is not typical among those where I'm from. Is this something of yours that is unique to you or your family? Your
Occasionally, I just know things. And I can't really put my finger on what exactly is going on, but something is really not right. We need to go. We need to go now.
First, we must wait for the others, and I realize this is going to be very difficult for you to come down and wait for them. Would it maybe help if I played something for you?
Normally, yes, but not right now. Honestly, I'm if something's happened to Aere, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, yes? In the meantime, I'm here if you need a branch to sit on. Gesturing up.
Tinkles.
She will fly up and like.
Tinkles is currently wrapped in between his horns, and as you come closer, he just kind of like lifts his head towards you, just looking at you.
I'm also gonna quickly tell all the animals, she's having a rough time. She might need cuddles or space. It's hard to say.
You see Tinkles actually like kind of get up and move slightly.
I'll just like squish in next to it.
Tinkles kind of wraps himself around you, and you just hear this very low.
I don't know if that was picked up or not.
Yeah, we heard you. Screech, screech,
It was.
screech, screech. Kale, you go in. What do you say to Shorin when you get in there?
I gestured to Shorn and Merrick, yeah. To just kind of, I don't try to make a scene out of it. I just like, psst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They come over. What's up, Kale?
Hey, I don't know what's going on. Violet is distressed in some way. She's worried about Aere. We should probably kind of put Ixnay on this and help her out first, in case something actually happened. I don't know if it's like magical or anything like that. Not exactly my specialty, so
The lot of you go worry about it. I won't promise I won't start anything with this person. I just want to get to know. I just want to know who they are, and I can get more information from there. If something's up with Aere, I'm sure that all of you could handle it. But I'll meet you guys back at the tavern after I'm done here. I just don't want to leave this hanging.
right, okay, I understand. Don't, yeah. Come on, Shorn.
All right, let's go.
Eventually, you guys leave. What are your two's passive perceptions?
16. Or excuse me, that's my insight. Never mind. Hold on.
Passive perception for me is 16.
13.
Kale, as you guys are leaving, you just kind of get this feeling, kind of that feeling like when someone's looking at you. And as Shorn is kind of ahead of you and leaving, you kind of just turn real quick, and you notice up on a balcony in the back there is a black-haired elf that is leaning over the side of a railing and is watching you. And then as he notices him noticing you, he just kind of raises the drink in his hand.
Come on. I kind of take down the details of that guy.
Yeah. Very dark blacks and greens is in his outfit. Pale skin, very sharp-looking eyes, and that very jet black, long hair that hung over his shoulders. Yeah, but then you leave, and so the Shorn and Kale end up coming out without Merrick.
What's wrong? What's going on?
Pretty much the moment Shiorin comes out, Violet will zoom towards her, like grab her hands and be like, "You can message Aere?"
I can send an animal to... Although, the one that I sent to Zamas seems to have disappeared, so I don't know if that's a good idea right now. He never got my message.
Let's go back to the inn. We'll track her from there.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright. And you guys take off. It's most likely going at a faster pace not just casually going through. It'll still take about 45 minutes to get to where the tavern is. So you guys are kind of winded at the end of it. But you guys get back to the inn. At this point, it's dark, it's night, so the lights are on in the tavern. Doing a quick glance around, you don't see Aere anywhere outside the tavern at the very least.
She has her own room.
I mean-
She's not sharing it with anyone.
What was that?
She has her own room there at the inn,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mhm. Well, she was sleeping outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last place you guys physically saw her, Kale, not you, but the other people, if you did look, you saw her on the roof of the inn.
I will check the roof.
There's nothing up there.
And then I will zoom inside.
All right. There's a sorry. What did you?
I'd like to join her on the roof, and then I'm going to change into a one of the dogs.
Okay.
Well, shape into a dog and see if I can smell her.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Does the dog have like advantage on that or something?
Yeah, keen sense of smell.
So you'd have advantage on a roll.
Okay, that's good. That's 15 plus. What's the other one? 17 plus perception. You said perception, right?
Correct. It's either yours or the dog's, whichever's higher.
The dog's definitely. So perception would be 17 plus 6 is 13. No, 23. Excuse me.
23.
I did
You
7 plus 6 in my mind.
You're good. You're sniffing around a little bit, and you take a good few minutes to do that, but unfortunately, you don't really catch anything. You kind of get like the scent of air in the area, but it's not something enough. You're like, oh, she went this way. It's more just like I smell her, but then I move over here and it's gone. And it's really difficult to pick up her scent, unfortunately.
Okay. Here's a big problem that I didn't think of until just now. Is there a way down from here that's not like just dropping?
Not really. You're maybe about 12 feet up from the ground at the roof of this place.
So now I'm a dog stuck on the roof.
Or, sorry, 20 feet up because it's a two-story place.
Yeah.
I was about to say 12 feet. That's nothing. Lyslin can reach up there and grab you. Instead, if it's 20, he's got to stand up on his hindquarters.
Yeah, if Lyslin's still outside, I'm gonna look down and bark down at him.
That dog that looks like she won't get under. Okay.
As that is happening, Kale, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go search through the rooms.
23 did not pick it up?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
You head inside and go towards the rooms. Violet, you head inside. There's a number of patrons going around, and the bartender from the night before is at the bar, is currently serving drinks.
I will zip in, like, I will see the air is not there, and then I will zip over to the bartender, and I'll be like, have you seen the other one of me?
Other one of you? The
One of me.
the shiny one, right?
The other one of, yes.
I mean, I haven't seen her in a bit. She did leave something though. Give me a second here. And he finishes up like serving a drink to someone, and then goes underneath the bar, kind of searches the thing here, kind of shuffling through, and he holds up a kind of an envelope, and just had to hand it to you if you guys came back.
gonna snatch it, and then I'm gonna zoom up to my room.
All right.
I'm gonna close the door, and I'm gonna like put my back against it and just think about whether I actually want to read this.
Violet?
I'm not gonna answer. I'm gonna sort of like float down to the floor, like sit cross-legged with my back against the door, and I'm gonna open up the envelope.
I'm gonna sit with my back against the door on the other side.
You open up the letter, and it reads as follows.
Yes. When you open up the letter, it's written in Sylvan, and on the front page, it just says your name in like really fancy script. And then when you get to the next page, it says, "If you've received this letter, I'm dead."
That was blunt.
Yeah,
Fuck! Okay.
And then, I know, it's not what you want to hear, but everything will be okay. I promise. I met with Rogar, and if I'm not back yet, that means he killed me. Don't let him kill you too. We both knew I'd die before you, so you should move on. You can do it. I know it'll be hard for you. I know. Be okay. For me, we're all good. The Aurora awaits my return. And then on the back side of the page, it says, P.S. Rogar is strong. Don't do anything stupid. If revenge is something you need to feel better about my death, get stronger first. And then it says, P.P.S. Revenge isn't necessary. I should have died the first time we met him. The death changed me more than you know, and it's better this way. Trust me. And then it says, P.P.P.S. I love you. And then it says, P.P.P.P.S. Dab Lyslin every so often for me, and prank him often as my revenge on him. And then it says, love you again, Aere. And then there's also another letter behind it that says Lyslin in fancy script.
I'm gonna read that one too.
Best stat ever.
It says Lyslin. You're the worst. If you let Violet die, I will return from the grave and destroy you and everything you've ever loved or will come to love. You owe me. Keep her safe. Aere.
Fuck's sakes. I hate you so much. Oh my god, I don't know.
I would like to
Character
say that
more
this
right
is.
now.
I would like to say that this is also not scripted.
Okay, Violet is gonna sit there and like read it, and she is gonna like silent tears will like fall down her eyes, and then she will like she'll take her letter and like fold it and then like stuff it into one of her side pouches, and then like she'll just like fold up License letter, and she'll like try to compose herself but like really not succeed, and open the door.
I
And
fall
I
back.
like to think that I was just about to say, I like to think that Kale is so pressed up against the door that he just like falls back. She will look at Kale, like she's obviously been crying, and then she's just gonna outside.
Sharon, you're out there currently still trying to like sniff around, and Lyson, you're kind of just watching around, looking to see if there's.
Yeah, I'm
anything
looking
you can
around
pick up.
while also introducing Harold to the new friends.
Gotcha. And it's about probably a good like 4 or 5 minutes before Violet comes zipping outside.
And she'll zip right up to Lyslin. And just hand him the letter. His letter.
Also
A
written
letter?
in Sylvan.
Go ahead, open
I
it.
told you
check it
guys
out.
something was wrong.
I would have followed her out if she just ignored me.
Mm-hmm.
Violet, would you like to stab me now for her?
I'll punch him in the face. But like it's one of those ones where you can tell that I really don't want it. It's like, you know, in your dream to defend yourself and you're like, eh. But then she just breaks down. She's just like crying, full of tears. You really fucking had to vax me like that. I fucking hate you. Like, I love you so much, but oh my god. And how could you tell me not to do something stupid? Of course I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna break down, and then I'm gonna be like, we have to go fuck them up.
Violet.
Bombs, right? Yeah, fire.
He's a dragon.
Dragonborn.
So,
Half dragon, technically.
He is also red, which means he is fireproof. That is not exactly a
so
good
if
idea.
we ice, we ice then.
Violet.
We have to go get her. She's not dead yet. She just left this preemptively and she's fighting currently. We have to go. If we go now, we can find her.
Hold on, let me take a look at my sheet.
It's gonna be hard for a dog to follow a flying creature too.
Is there anyone that she would have spoken with?
Rogar.
yeah,
Fucking Rogar.
I know Rogar, but does she have any contacts here that she might have talked to?
Yes.
Well, she seemed to know everyone in the city.
Then maybe she communicated something to them first.
Fuck, what was that guy's name?
You
Something.
hear a whisper in the back of your mind.
Oh, do you know, I might not know his name for real, like Violet may have forgotten it, but do you know who she would remember? Is that cat bitch.
Oh, Keen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find them.
Alright. So...
Hey, Violet, listen.
Yep, listening. Not really listening. We gotta go.
That guy is probably holding all the cards. If we get in there, it is likely not going to end well. Do you understand? Do you really think Aere wants you to go and put yourself in harm's way?
She even said she doesn't, but she did this. She went, right? So
She has her way of doing things.
Right.
We know that.
Right.
I've seen that firsthand. But please remember what happened last time.
Kale. If
I
I
know.
had to live without my cousin, I'd rather not live.
Listen to me.
So
very-
after Violet's flub of a punch, Lysan's just kind of been standing there, kind of like contemplating to himself. You know, Violet, I did have the oil plan, and that will kill most of his men, and that's great. But they aren't open in the morning. They are open in the morning. It is currently not morning. If we want to do this effectively, we need to wait.
But if we wait, we can't help.
Have you used much magic today?
No.
The rest of you, your stores, how are they looking?
Did I get help getting down or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm down. Are you still have talk with animals on?
At this point, it would have run out, but I can easily pop it again.
I have all my spells.
Actually, no, yeah, I would have had to repop it because I was introducing Harold to the new animals, so yes.
Right, okay. So I'll inform you that I've used most of my weaker spells, but I still have my stronger spells in store.
Shioran is tapped on her lower magics. She still has some of the powerful magics, but that is very few and far between. I myself have been talking to everyone, informing them of various things. I have maybe 2 uses of magic. We are not in a position to go against Rogar right now. And I know, you are very hurt. You are betrayed. You are in despair. But I am not allowed to let you die, because she will come back to kill me.
I can't do nothing. We can't.
It's not doing nothing to make sure you are prepared.
It's doing.
It is preparing.
But
That
by
is why there's a different
preparing,
word for
we're
it.
losing the opportunity.
I kind of step off to the side. And, I grab my, holy symbol.
Alright.
So, I'm sorry. You can go ahead and finish that first.
And I say a quick prayer. This is obviously without any expectation of hearing anything back, obviously. This is just a shot in the dark, okay? I basically say, has she passed on?
Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
So just a d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Stand by. Okay, plus my wisdom. I need to just open this a different window. 1 second. Plus wisdom is plus 3, 18.
18. Didn't really get any kind of definitive answer or anything. You're just kind of sitting there, eyes closed, trying to beseech your deity at all. and you kind of come out of it, or not really feeling much. But as you kind of like turn, something catches your eye, and you look up and you just see a shooting star just past some of the buildings up top. You can take that as a sign, you can take it as just happenstance, whatever you'd like.
Take care of her. Show her a good time. I come back to join the others.
What were you gonna ask?
By
Sharon?
now. Oh, don't just go.
You were gonna say something earlier, Sharon.
Well, I was, but I reread the spell to make sure I understood it, and I don't think it would work because it's a specific location that I've been in. Description of the person. So I think I was gonna ask originally if how the location of the person works, but as far as I can tell, the animal would literally be searching for that person in that location.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just go straight towards it.
Mm-hmm.
No direct conflict. Let's go see.
Yep. See.
So are you heading to try to find Keen, or are you heading to the Memphis Brawlers?
I'm
think
going for the.
We're gonna go for the Memphis
going-
Brawlers.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Yep.
Violet.
All right. So you guys
Yes.
heading that direction.
Watching Kale.
Are you guys rushing, or are you?
We're.
Oh, I
making-
am.
Yeah,
I'm out.
We're booking it.
I'm gonna stay as a dog and keep attempting to sniff out air.
Okay.
I'm moving so fast. You don't even see a fairy. You just see a bzzz.
A visit. Make
Yeah.
3 perception checks for me, Sharon.
All right. All with advantage, I assume.
Correct.
Okay, that one's not great. That's gonna be not 14, 18. That's even worse. That's 16. Seems like her smell is disappearing. And 17.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you're moving, trying to keep up and everything, you've lost track of it a long time ago, and you're not catching anything as you continue.
Man, I didn't roll above a 12 there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate when that happens with advantage. So yeah, it's another about 45 minutes. At this point, it's getting past almost 10 o'clock at night, so the streets are pretty empty at this point. And you guys are getting close to where you know the warehouse to the Memphis Brawlers is. Are you guys trying to be stealthy at this point, or are you just out in the open?
I
I'll
would
try
like to
be
clarify
stealthier.
one very important thing.
Mm-hmm.
When everyone set off, Lyslin talked to the animals and said, "Stay with Harold."
All right. The animals will stay with Harold, even though Ansley kind of.
Can we take one of the ravens? I think we should take one of the ravens.
Sure, we'll take Becky.
All right, Becky's with you. Ainsley's a bit
We're
Yeah.
gonna put Becky in harm's
whiny
way.
as you
Good
guys
idea.
leave.
Shioran's gonna take a moment and, dog to puppy, just gently let him know that we're just searching for a friend who may be missing. We will be back.
All right. He stays. He watches you guys as you leave. Yeah, you guys head on your way from there. You guys are being stealthy, so I need stealth checks from people.
Oh boy.
How does the dog not have a stealth skill?
It's just Dex.
Cats have a stealth proficiency.
Yeah, but I can't transform again. This is my last one of the night, unless we do a long, short rest. Do I get it back on a short rest?
Honestly, it's almost
Back on
pointless
short
for the rest of you to roll. I got a 4. I am not happy, obviously, and I can't control my sobs.
I got a
Depend on-
5.
Oof.
You've
Well,
been not rolling
we'll
great.
Then
We'll see what Kale and Lyslin roll. They
because
most
I
likely-
rolled a natural 20
Okay, so we got a natural 20 with a total
or
of what?
22. 22. Yeah.
Lyslin?
10.
10. Okay.
This
So
heist is gonna go real well.
yeah,
Lyslin would have a hard time being stealthy anyways.
he's
No,
surprised.
he's got a +4 to stealth. He's surprisingly stealthy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
But you guys get up towards the warehouse, and you guys are like kind of hidden in an alley off to the side of it, not like right up next to it, but enough that you could see it. As you guys are kind of sitting in that alleyway, you guys are all kind of grouped together, and like from looking at the warehouse, you guys aren't very obvious, but from like the street across from you, very obvious. You see that someone coming from the warehouse is looking in your guys' direction. So like as one of you like literally is popping your head out from the alleyway, you see someone kind of like notice in your direction and pop your head back.
Great.
How far away from the
They
warehouse
notice
are
the
we?
dog.
Describe them. a little.
I'd say maybe about 70-80 feet.
Sheeran forgets that
From the
dogs
where-
are loud and barks.
Yeah, from the warehouse.
Were
Okay.
there any light sources near them?
There are not near. They have like a kind of like a lantern with them. The street itself is not lit up, but near the warehouse there are lamps that are on stands that are placed around that like kind of entrance area, but behind the fence.
Okay, can we make out any distinguishing feature on this guy approaching?
Make a perception check.
23.
23. Looks to be in his middle age. Has a shock of dark hair. Can't tell if it's like black or brown, but it's darker hair. And has a beard and is in leather armor of some kind. And you did notice a weapon on his side. But the rest of him is covered in a cloak.
Is he at all familiar with the snitch? Like familiar looking to the snitch?
You haven't seen this person.
Okay, good. Otherwise he would have been dead.
And with that perception, he's kind of like are leaning back. You can hear him coming in your direction.
Everyone, it seems we're doing this. They're coming,
Y'all scatter.
and this is going to be horrible.
Scatter.
We're doing this. You guys, fuck off that way. I got a thing.
I have a thing too.
I literally cannot abandon you.
I'll go.
I'm
I
literally
got
gonna make
this.
hellfire rain from the skies right now.
Violet, there's a time and place for everything. Go.
I'm just gonna sit
Please.
on the roof.
So Violet zips up to the top of the roof. What are the rest of you doing?
You all scatter.
I climb up the roof with her.
Did we not learn from
Sure.
last?
It's dark. It's fine.
Shioran's just gonna walk out like as a dog and just like look at the guy, sit down, tilt her head.
I'm going to kind of have Shioran kind of sit a little bit closer to me, and I go in and put my trucker hat back on.
Shioran moved out.
She's trying. Huh? Yeah,
Shioran
Shioran's
moved
going.
out in the street.
Yeah, she's a dog right now, so she's going to move out in the street, like sit down
okay.
like a dog and tilt her head.
All right, so Lyslin, make a stealth check at disadvantage as you're climbing this. As you climb this building.
Absolutely.
And Shioran, make a performance check.
Oh god, performance. I don't suppose dogs have bonuses on that.
No, but you can use your own if you use your own mental stats.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's not gonna be great. Alright, I'm not using that die because it's been not rolling well today, so let's take a random one. You know what? This one's been pretty good in the past. Natural 20!
Nice.
There you go.
That's a 21 total, by the
You're
way.
channeling Aere. She's great at performance.
So you, what was your stealth checks, Lyslin?
Double 9s on the dice for a 13 total.
Okay. The guy is actually relatively distracted at that point. Like he starts coming in your direction, and he's as you step out onto the road and kind of sit down and tilt your head at him. He seems to be pretty distracted at that. And Lyslin, you're able to get up top, and you're like, "Oh shit, he didn't see me." You kind of like duck down a little bit, and he comes over to you, Shioran, and he's like, "What are you doing over there? Did you see somebody? Did you see something, boy?"
Tilts the head the other way.
And he kind of looks and
Boy.
he's just guessing. And he's just kind of, I see a collar on you. Fucking stray. Oh well. Kind of like starts to walk past you, just kind of like scritches you on the head and starts to continue towards the alley.
Is everyone hiding now?
I wasn't hiding.
No.
I was
So-
hiding in plain sight.
The two of you on the roof not doing anything at the moment.
Not the moment.
Okay. So he comes around the corner, just kind of like is peeking his head first, but then he sees Kale there. Hey, what are you doing?
Just trying to get some fresh-ish air.
Yeah, well, this is not a safe street to be on at night.
Is there a safe street to be on?
Not here. Leave
Alright.
before you regret it.
All right. You ain't getting no trouble from me.
That's what I thought. Do you leave?
Yeah, well, I leave and go around the alley.
You just kind of like
Out
you
of
see
sight.
him. You just kind of see him like watching you as you go around the corner, and then the people on the roof, you can see him just kind of like watching. He's like shining his light down the alleyway. Fuck bum, and turns around and starts walking back towards the warehouse.
Alright. Shioran's gonna kind of take
Kale, you're walking.
a longer way around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of walk a little bit and then kind of just peek back.
I'm gonna turn around to Lyslin, and I'm gonna be like, I'm about to do something really fucking stupid. And I'm gonna call lightning.
Oh
Okay.
god.
So am I,
Alright.
I guess.
Right
You're-
above the area in front of the building.
Okay.
Sort of overlapping a little bit.
Alright. So you're just doing it on the ground in front of the building?
Yes.
Alright.
So like it's above the building. My idea here is to create a loud crack and make this like, fucking fuck this guy up real quick, and he'll be like, ah, right? And then as they start coming out, right, I will just keep, because they can't tell where the fuck I am, because I'm hiding on the roof, you know? So I'm just gonna zap them as they come out.
Alright.
This is my plan.
So, so you're waiting till the guy's in the courtyard. Okay. So yeah, you
And I'm
wait
gonna fuck
there,
'em up.
and then you cast your spell, and this dark black cloud just starts to roil above, to the point where the guy actually notices it. Like, what the fuck? He's got to make a dex save, I think it is.
Yes.
Have you always been able to conjure storms, or is this you being angry?
And as the lightning strikes, you can hear an audible yelp from Shioran.
And well, there's no audible groan from Kale. So... Oh boy.
Ooh, excuse me, 16 for a dex save.
Oh,
16 just takes it, but you also get to have half damage.
All right.
so for reference, how much longer do I have on Wild Shape? Because I have 2 hours.
You'd have an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take. You know, that little encounter is probably down like 5 more minutes, I think.
Mhm.
That's 17 lightning damage.
17 lightning damage. It strikes him, and he's. You see him kind of go down to one knee, and he looks fucked up, but he's still alive. He's just, what the hell was that? And he's looking around, panicked. Do you strike him again?
Back behind. I'll be like. Bzz.
That time is a 2.
I mean,
Who you fucking lose, you bitch!
being struck by lightning does cause quite a distraction.
Fuck.
Should I switch to
17. 10, 5, and 2 is 17, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should I switch to the battle
Help.
music?
Okay, good.
So 17 total.
Yes.
All right. That will be enough. And so the second time, he's like starting to like back away from the cloud, and the lightning just, and he gets launched off his feet. Shoes actually come off, and he slides, and is completely immobile at that point. And after the second, just loud lightning crack, you hear the sound of the sliding doors of the warehouse. And you hear a commotion of people coming out. There's probably about 8 of them that have like rushed out of the warehouse.
Okay, so if I peeked around the corner, I'd see them coming out, right?
You'd be able to see maybe a couple of them because there still is a little bit of a building in way of the courtyard. You can see the building itself from where you're at, but not necessarily the full courtyard.
Okay.
They can see it on the roof because they're higher up.
I would like to sneak to get a bit closer.
All right, roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
And then where are you, Shioran, exactly?
I was wandering around, like, basically thinking this was just an attempt to avoid him noticing us.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as Kale was, safe, I was gonna like wander the other direction and kind of go a long way around. But lightning kind of calls my attention.
You're
Dirty
still
20.
okay. And you're still by where Kale was, by the alleyway.
Yeah, well, I was walking out. Yeah.
Okay. Do you follow Kale as because he's not necessarily, he's gonna be quiet and try to stealthy, but he's still walking down the street, so you can just see.
You're also going to be seeing me pulling out this liquor bottle.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you start following. Are you gonna continue to strike people? Violet.
100%, of course. That's what I came here to do.
All right. What are you doing, Lyslin?
First, I'm marveling at Violet calling down a thunderstorm. But beyond
I have a
that,
sadistic look on my face too. Like,
beyond that, I do kind of like place Becky a little to the side, kind of like nudge him away. Take out my bow.
You know, I don't have many of these left. I was supposed to get resupplied tomorrow. Just tell me who you want me to
don't know
pick
where
off.
we are then. Don't worry about it. Because if they know where we are, I can't keep doing this. They'll fuck us up.
4 for the next time you strike.
Okay. That's a fuck. Okay, that sounds good. That's 11 lightning damage. I'm so fucking mad right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Another-
I don't know whether I'm more mad at Rogar or more mad at Aere.
Sorry. Not sorry.
No,
Are
you're
you gonna-
fucking not.
Are you gonna
No.
shoot anything off?
I'm not.
Tyson?
This is great.
Yeah, if the person she strikes
Unless you
doesn't
can
seem to
do
go
it,
down,
just
I'll go
like
ahead
this.
and fire my arrow.
All right, make an attack roll at him. Yeah, you're within your normal range.
Yeah, I got 150 normal.
Okay, that's much better volume.
Nah, that's an 11, son.
That is enough to hit.
Oh my god, what was this dude wearing? Nothing?
Leather armor.
Yeah, that my leather armor doesn't do much.
These guys are not like super dexterous or not anything. They're just thugs, essentially, is what I'm using. But yeah, so
Oh,
this
excellent.
thing gets struck with lightning. He's almost knocked off his feet. What is the damage of your arrow?
And also, the moment I see these guys come out, like, in tandem, I'm going to throw my Molotov.
All right.
13 piercing and 2 psychic.
Is it 13?
Yes, 13 piercing and 2 psychic.
All right. So the lightning strikes this guy, and the arrow sticks into his like chest, and he does actually get knocked down. But you do see that he's like, ah, ah. He's just like holding the long fucking shaft that's sticking out of him. He's just what? And you see people starting to look around a bit, and just roll a general perception check for them. They don't seem to have noticed you at the moment. Kale, you can chuck your Molotov. I'm guessing
Okay.
you're gonna try to hit as many people as possible.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get, like, right in between all of them.
Go for it.
That's a nice forehead.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, improvised weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, plus my dex, so
Are-
that is a
That's
13.
That's the other question. Are you getting within its normal range, which would be 20 feet, versus the long range of, I'm going to say 40 for the bottle?
Okay, well, I was trying to get, like, hiding behind something where I was closer to them. That's what I was trying to say. So, close
Yeah.
enough to see them.
That's fine.
And-
You're kind of like around the corner of the building off to the side of it, and you kind of
Yeah.
come around and chuck it. And you said it was a 13 for the attack?
Yeah, 13 for the attack.
It strikes in the middle of 3 of them and just and shatters and just erupts in flames as a number of them are partially caught on fire. Do you have damage for the Molotov, or did I give
I was looking online for something similar, but it's like 2d6.
it? We'll do 44.
44? Okay.
44. And then
That would be 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, so yeah, they all take that, and they're all on fire now. And as this chaos is erupting in there, Violet, you can make one more lightning strike.
Quick
So-
question.
Yes, Jordan.
How far away would it be from me if I, like... Would these people be away from me?
These people. What do you mean?
Yeah, the people in the courtyard?
Oh, well, if you were following Kale, you're right around the corner from them. So I mean,
Okay.
you have to get past the fence because that's closed at the moment. But
I mean, like, are they within 60 feet?
yeah,
Okay,
and there's a 3
Well-
on the save for that guy.
I'm gonna do something...
It's 26 damage.
Are you
Shit.
doing it? You doing it to the same guy that you and Lyslin attacked?
Yes.
All right, that dude is
No, different one.
different one. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do one of the ones that are on fire?
No.
A completely different one then.
Let him burn.
Yes.
Okay. So you do a
Fuck
completely
them
different
all.
one, and he this one tries to get out of the way in time, but he's then like flipped off his feet and lands on his back, but he's still alive. Sharon, what did you want to do?
Double checking how this spell works.
And Call Lightning is third level, right?
Yeah. It lasts 10 minutes.
Actually,
I
now that
fucking thought about this.
now that I'm thinking about it, with the Molotov, this would be a bad idea. So, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to drop my animal form and cast, use my innate ability to cast Fog Cloud in the area.
Are you just doing it in the courtyard?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's
suddenly
a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered. So I'm going to try and get as many of them as possible so that they can't really see.
They're mostly kind of grouped up. They've spread out a little bit since they got outside. The lightning was striking them, but you're able to get pretty much all of them, and just this just dense fog just quickly accumulates in the area, as the two of you on the roof completely lose sight of everyone in the fog. And
that's what I was worried about.
You just hear screams. You can see a little bit of light from the people that are currently on fire. Lyslin, you do notice a figure appear at the door, look up, and waves his hand, and the storm cloud vanishes. And you hear orders getting barked that are, find them now. They're kind of like barking orders, and you see people starting to like organize a little bit. It's within a few seconds. As that's the situation, so the storm cloud has been dispelled. The fog cloud is currently still in the area. Shiord and Kale are up near there, and the two of you are back on the roof. We're gonna call it there for tonight, and we will come back with rolling initiative for this to see what happens next week.
So, for reference, I was thinking of doing wall of water in a ring around them, because lightning and water don't mix well for the people in it. But then I realized there's fire there, and that would probably be a bad idea.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that I have all my spells.
So, with the fog cloud, we can either run away, or we can, do something that'll be more fun.
Currently the only
Oh
one
no, I already know what I'm gonna do.
The only one outside at the moment that can see is the figure in the doorway, which Kale and Shiord you actually see as one of the twins.
Great. It's there on my fucking shit list.
All right.
Well, Lyson's got 13 snipes, so he's good for 6 rounds of combat.
I already know
Hey,
what
I got 2 third-level spells left. I'm gonna fuck these guys up real quick.
I know exactly what I'm going to do at the start of the next one. It's the best area of effect spell I know. And it's about time that I get to use it.
Oh, there's a few things that I've been interested in using recently that I haven't been able to get to use because it's been mainly role-playing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will come back for the first legitimate combat in months. All right.
Sorry, guys. I
This
couldn't
is gonna
let
be
that
something.
One go. I had to fuck this motherfucker up.
And
No, I
this,
get it.
Again, is why I don't plan much. Because I had a whole thing planned with the casino. Whole thing. Nope.
Oh, I forgot.
That's my bad.
I was gonna say something, but I kind of forgot about it because I was reading the spell and stuff. But when the lightning strikes and people start getting shot, and then fire is thrown at people, you just hear that special growling sigh that dogs do. that wasn't it. Before she drops the form.
Man, Lyceland's got two options. Either do what Violet wants to do, which is a bad idea,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah, it is a bad idea.
do what Aere has threatened him about doing, which is also a bad idea.
We have a
So
chance
I've got
to
plenty
run.
of bad ideas to decide which is the least worst idea. But I've still got that net from Zilspar. And that's why you trade for items, people.
I figured if I didn't do the fog cloud, that they would probably notice Lyceland.
I intend to finish the job from the last time we hit this place. So
The only problem with that is that now we can't see anything, so we both Lyceland gets disadvantage on his
It's
shooting.
okay. I have
and
other
I
things
can't
I can
see
do.
to
I just wanted
bring
to make
lightning
sure.
down.
the good thing is the spell I'm going to cast doesn't need no person to aim at.
Yeah. The main thing I was thinking of was keeping Lyceland and Kale from being noticed, and basically at this point from that. But I can easily dissipate it really quickly and then use another spell, AoE spell that will cause massive problems.
It's funny because like fucking my character is so like happy and shit, and then like this happened, and like Lyceland's always her be like oh I do this, but it's like not that bad, and then she's just like literal fucking hellfire.
Well, we're doing this, I guess. I guess we haven't learned a single lesson.
Calling down.
Violet, I think you need some tea. Could we please take a moment to have some?
Violet off on the distance, throwing thunderbolts.
You just see her maniacally laughing.
I would have if I wouldn't have given off where I was.
Who's
Like-
after bedtimers? I don't remember her following them.
I think
Man, fuck you, Tori.
I am sorry.
No, you're fucking
No, you're
not, and
not.
that's the worst part about it.
Wait,
All right.
I've only known you through this
fucking
game,
wrote
and I
that
know
shit
you're
out.
not.
Don't tell me.
Anybody got any ideas for titles?
I'm
the
dead.
actual
Scene,
fuck?
oh
this
no.
episode went straight to
Philip
hell.
has a crisis.
I'm in hell. Literally.
Air dies again.
Casin-Oh no is right there.
Casino, no. Yes, I
You're
like
great
that.
at
I like
no.
I know.
Casino, no. That's perfect.
Tired of being a nice person? Want to go ape shit? Call lightning.
Yeah. It's funny because Lyson was like, oh, I wish I wasn't the nice like go in there, blah. And then Violet, who person is just like, fuck you all.
I should have been the mature adult and said we shouldn't have gone there in the first place.
Like she would have listened to you.
like you
She
were
would have
kind
just
of
fucked
doing.
off on her own.
I was trying to be the voice of reason,
Yeah.
but I'm overruled every moment.
Got
Sharon
love,
wasn't
Keep us
keen on
alive.
this
love emotions.
You know, I'm gonna say something a little fucked up. When we were at the pet store, Lyceland had considered picking up a owl-sized cage for the fairies. He anticipated it would have been used for air.
either. Well, too late now.
Rip.
Maybe a backpack.
But he didn't. So he
Just
didn't.
like have a
One of those
backpack
cat
that could fit
backpacks,
both
you
of them.
know, with the,
Yeah,
like, the
and
little
then- and then-
windows.
And then what you do is it's like, people start talking shit, you just turn around, put the backpack down, open it up, and then all of a sudden two just demon fairies just come out of there and start shredding people.
I mean, technically, none of you actually know if she's dead or not. So
We don't actually know. That's why I was sniffing for her and not for the.
Violet refuses to believe that she's dead. Like,
So you got to stage 2 already.
Tori gonna have a new character next week?
Deus Ex Tori.
Alright. Anyone you guys want me to raid?
No, I'm good.
I'm considering
You know what's
Giraffe Waifu
wonderful?
because they only have one person, but if anyone else wants me to raid someone.
Let me see if
Merrick
anyone's
only knows to
online.
go back to the inn for us. We didn't leave a note from Eric.
No one I know is currently online, so.
And Dane's gonna have a problem too. If Aere's not alive.
And let me check my list really quickly. I was busy thinking thoughts, horrible thoughts,
Thinking that.
curses towards Aere.
Chaos reigns.
Alright.
I'm still causing trouble from
From the grave.
from the grave. Am I in the grave? Who knows?
Yeah, I got random weather with 1. I got Tig with 5.
Wonderfully
Got
terrible.
Colt
thoughts.
with 10.
Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching, Thank you for joining us and watching and just basically showing up and everything, you know.
Yeah.
I will be
Thanks for
back.
being here, y'all.
I will be back Sunday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as usual. I'm going to be starting Horizon Zero Dawn because I want to give the Tales series a rest. So,
Enjoy Horizon.
yeah. I've been wanting to play that one for a
It's
long
good.
time.
Fantastic.
And also, our next session with Sparabell is going to be on the 13th. So, I'll be playing that too. That on Wednesday. Just wanted to give them a shout out on since now that we've pegged down the next session date. Anyways, you know, all the like, comment, subscribe, follow, all those things. Do that. You know, it helps apparently.
Please.
And everyone have a great day. I'm starting the raid now.
Have a good
And
night.
if you're already doing that,
Bye.
tell your friends.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I kind of heard that as kill your friends after a second. I
Kill
don't like.
your friend.
No, do
Kill
not.
your
I mean,
Kill your friend.
Do not
With
prevent.
Here's a
friends like
healthy breakfast
Aere.
option. You should kill your friend.
I do not support this. All right, raid has been started. Everyone
when we
have
were
a good
going
night.
into the casino when we went into the casino and you were like anything and everything, all I was like, welcome to the
Anything and
internet.
everything,
Take
all
a
of the
look
time."
around. Like, that's all I can
That-
fucking think. Like,
that
'cause
was
there's
a little
several
bit of a
sentences
reference.
in there.
Good night, everybody.
Like, oh my god, I was like, it was driving me insane. It was driving me insane not being able to be like, you know,
Yeah.
like,